Okay, so I read you my letter. I told you my thoughts about being terminated. I didn't really go into a lot of detail, but I will as the time goes by. But today I am going to tell you a story that makes me super mad. And it's actually not even my story. It's a fictional story. And I know it's very on point to talk about romantasy on the internet. I'm not sure how popular it is to talk about in evangelical circles, but we're going to go ahead and try because Olivia read Sarah J. Maas's big work. It's called Throne of Glass. Amazing. So now I'm letting her read A Court of Thorns and Roses, right? Now the first thing I'm sure everyone's thinking is, oh my gosh, you're letting your daughter read about sex? Okay, first of all, so what if I am? I didn't know anything about my body, and that was problematic for my relationships on so many levels that I'm not ready to talk about. But seriously, and yeah, she's almost 17, and I say, hey, skip those spicy parts, skip the sex. If you don't skip it, let's talk about it. Let's talk about what's happening so you don't have to be alone. So that put aside, let me tell you. So obviously I've already read these things multiple times. And by read, I mean listen to on 2x speed multiple times. Not just the books, but the graphic audio, which is where they're all characters, a movie in your mind. That's what the thing says before they all start. It's really funny. And so I'm re-listening to A Court of Thorns and Roses, right? And I'm going to do a little spoiler here, but there is this totally abusive SOB. And literally I have to listen to those parts on 2.5 times speed because it's so annoying. But I think that you people need to be reading these books. Mostly A Court of Thorns and Roses, because if you've ever loved somebody who's been in a domestic abuse situation, who's been spiritually abused, who's been, who's dealt with religious trauma or family systems problems and alcoholism or whatever it is that caused some kind of complex trauma, this is the book for you. I will go to my grave for it. Because watching a story of abuse and finding a life after abuse and finding that you actually are super strong and you can move past it and what it looks like to recover and what it looks like to be given agency or to actually take agency. There are so many things, and I'm sure lots of books have it. I've read a bunch of romantasy books, and some of them really do, but this one in particular is the one I think you should read. Not just because it's super famous, but it is super famous because it's good.